What's up, crafters? My name is DT, I'm a paper designer, and welcome back to my workshop. So, October is coming pretty fast, and you know what it means. Spooky season, and Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. And even though trick-or-treating is going to be a little bit compromised this year, I still wanted to build something related to Halloween, because last year we made a skull mask, a pumpkin mask, a witch's hat, and a little dangling skeleton. And I have to say, this one is probably my favorite of all the Halloween kits that we made. So I'm just going to leave him here for now. And you know, I was thinking about what we could build this year, and I came up with something that is pretty iconic for this season. So today, we are gonna be making Frankenstein's monster. Today we are going to be modeling Frankenstein's mask. I think for this mask I'm gonna do something a little bit more cartoony because I don't want this mask to look too spooky. And I really like this one. I really like this reference here. I think it looks really cute. Okay, I have my green, I have my black. Now let's start working on this guy. And I know technically it's Frankenstein's creature, and everybody's just calling this guy Frankenstein. But I think it's going to be much easier for me to call him Frank instead of Frankenstein's creature. Have you seen the original Frankenstein movie? Because I haven't. And I find it really cool that those movies, you know, are really old, and yet they are still very, they still left a really huge impact on pop culture and in cinema in general. We have the hair, we have this. Let's work on this scar. A really huge scar he has on his forehead. And then we are going to add those staples that are just going to be simple rectangle pieces that are going to be glued, you know, on top. So I guess if I wanted to be movie accurate, the bolts should be here. I kind of like this more on the head. And I guess one of them could be big and one of them could be small. The tooth. But overall, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy about the result. And I think the staples and this scar on his forehead looks really cool. So yeah, this guy is going to be more funny than spooky, but he looks pretty cool. Okay guys, let me set up everything. So I have all my pieces here and we'll be ready to build Frankenstein's. I'm actually pretty excited to build this guy because I think I finished the model like a week ago, but then we had to do our stop motion project, the crocodile stop motion project that you guys saw a few days ago. And I'm really glad that I finally am able to make him. Okay, so this is gonna be the face. I think one of the trickiest parts of this build are going to be his bolts, because I think those pieces are pretty small. One of the bolts is actually bigger than the other. So, but I guess I'm going to show you guys this once we'll get there. But other than that, this mask is going to be pretty easy to build. Okay, when you guys are going to glue in the piece 16 and the piece 17 together so that they are almost flush. So just try to squeeze them as best as you can. I think I'm pretty done for the green part for now, and we're going to tackle the hair. And as you can see, the hair are black. I do have a few solutions for you guys for printing on black paper, and everything is detailed in the instruction sheets of each of our kits. And I think if you guys want, I may do a video specifically on how to print on black or dark paper. Okay guys, the build is moving on pretty well, and now it's time for me to talk to you guys about those bolts here. So one of them is actually a little bit bigger than the other one, as you can see, because I didn't want to make something symmetrical, but you guys should know that by now. So I think those are going to be the pieces that might be a little bit more tricky, but just a little bit more, you know, not that tricky to build. Okay, so the last piece has been glued, and now we can move on to the staples. So we have A to F, I think. Here I'm gonna use some double-sided tape, but of course you guys can just use some glue if you don't have some. Just going to cover those pieces with some tape. And I actually cut those so they are different sizes, but I guess you guys can glue them wherever you liked. You guys don't even have to cut those pieces the way I'd cut them. If you want them to be all the same size, you can do so, or if you want to make some of them smaller or bigger, it's going to make your Frank's mask even more unique, so feel free to do so. It's going to go about here, I think. I think it gives a lot of personality to the mask, and it's definitely something that is very part of the iconic look of Frankenstein's. And finally, guys, Frankenstein's monster is now complete. So yeah, I think we did a pretty good job with this guy. And it's kind of funny because when I started this project, I wasn't super excited about doing Frank's mask. But in the end, I think he's, again, one of my favorite designs, because I think there are a lot of stuff that are pretty cool on this mask. I really like the scar and the staples on top of it. And the bolts look really cool too. And overall, I just think the design looks pretty cool and has a lot of personality to it. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty fun and goofy, and that's probably why I like him. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what you'd like to see me build next time. And again, if you're interested in building any one of those guys, the templates are available on my website. You guys can follow us on Instagram, and until then, I will see you in the next workshop. Iko!